Hey y'all. So I'm gonna wait and see if I can get um a couple more people in here. Well, get some people in here before I say what I gotta say. Okay. Really, I don't want this to be too long. So I know a lot of y'all see the playbacks. You may be at work, you may be busy or whatever. But I wanted to come on here and y'all see the title. And I'm being honest. I'm not gonna take it back. You're crazy if you don't see what's going on. Now, I'm 33. I turned 33 this past February. Um, a lot of people is like, oh, well, you're young. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing it? Let me tell you something. Growing up in Mississippi, born, raised, growing up with my grandma raised me. I feel like it's a blessing that I have that old soul mentality. Now, everybody that's old don't have wisdom. Let me get that straight. Every old person, there are some that don't have wisdom. It's some that's 60 thinking they 20. I'm saying I've always been older mentally. Now, I've made some stupid mistakes. I mean, you young, you done, you 18, 19, think you know what all this. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about I've always had that mentality to try to think ahead. You know, try to discern. You use discernment. I would say that. That's just the way I've always been. So at 25, I started this gardening stuff. And y'all already know the story. I ain't gotta get into that. We was doing moving. Husband was military. It was just a lot to try to do. But I've always wanted to do. I started at 25. I didn't start. Like I said, I grew up learning about gardening and stuff like that. And at 25, I did my own container garden. Whereas a lot of my peers is like, oh, well, why are you doing this? You should be doing this. You should be living life. You should be. No. I had a child at 19. At 19, I really became grown. No clubbing, no none of that. I didn't, wasn't interested. Still to this day, not interested. That's just me. But that's not knocking nobody. Long story short, let me get to the point. The things that's going on with this pandemic right now, I'm seeing a lot of people that just don't see what's happening. When this thing first started and they started shutting down everything, everybody ran to the stores, bought, um, meat and toilet paper and everything, just spazzing out. And that's okay. You did what you had to do for your family, for you and your family. That is okay. But my thing is, you didn't learn from that. That haven't triggered something in your mind to, hey, if you hadn't thought about it before, to say, hey, dang, maybe I need to rethink things. You know, while I'm worried about going out there getting my hair and my nails done, and dang, I can't be in the club on Saturday or this. Is that really important? Like, is that really important? People was fighting and stuff over toilet paper and food and stuff. Now, it's all right. I'm blessed that I've had that mindset, you know, all my life to try to think ahead. And, started my own gardening at 25. I'm blessed for that. But that's not knocking nobody that did not start. What I'm saying is right now, with what's going on, you still thinking about material stuff. I go on my Facebook page, and a lot of my peers is, not even, a lot of my peers, and I'm talking about everywhere, people my age, they worry about the wrong thing. And a lot of them have, I got 3 kids. A lot of them have 5, 6 kids. And with 3 kids, I know how hard it is. I owe my box of cereal. And they want 2 bowls each. It's something about that third mouth that's got to come out that box of cereal. You end up opening another box of cereal because that box is gone. So you looking at, if it's a cereal morning and you don't feel like doing nothing else and the kids want cereal, normally mines eat 2 bowls. That's 2 boxes of cereal pretty much gone. Just that quick in 30 minutes. Gone. So why wouldn't I try to think ahead, try to do as much as I can? Why would I depend on other people to feed my kids? That's my responsibility. And one thing, I'm going to share with y'all, one thing my granny used to tell me all the time, especially when I started having kids. This is the way she would put it, and it hit home with me. She would say, like, my nickname is Tinkerbell. So she would call me Tink. She'll call me on the phone, and she's like, look, you way up there. You're away from home. You don't have no family, no nothing up there. My family on my mom's side, nobody really has left outside of Mississippi. So, other than my aunt and my uncle and my auntie, and then my other uncle. But like, I have probably stayed the longest outside of Mississippi. And she's like, look, make sure you have a getaway bag. That's what she used to call it, getaway bag. And when I tell you, she had a backpack that she ordered from QVC. She loved QVC. And that backpack had some of everything in it. It was the backpack that if her and my uncle had to leave, it stayed close to the front door. Grab that bag, go. And she used to tell me, get you a tote, like a tote. You can pay $5 for a tote, and put like Viennas and stuff in it. And she used to tell me, put a blanket in it, because if something were to happen and you have to leave that tote in your trunk of your vehicle. There's food in it at all times. Leave a blanket in there. You get stranded somewhere, if it's cold, them kids will freeze. Just leave a couple blankets. And she used to always say, always try to prepare. You're not going to catch everything. You're not going to be on top of everything. Something's going to slip past. But what you can do, try to prepare and make sure you have the basic things like rice and stuff like that. You can do a lot with rice. You can do a lot with flour. You can do a lot. There was something, some of the older people on my page may know what tea cakes are. She's like, you can make those, you can survive. But she used to tell me, what would you do if she used to say, poor little kids, that's just how we talk back home. She like will come to you and say, mommy, I'm hungry. And you think about that. Your babies come to you and say, mommy, I'm hungry. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Well, how would you feel? Deep down, how would you feel? So she used to always say, try to keep something. So I used to can at the age of 25, jams, jellies, different things. But like I say, moving, it just made stuff hard. I ended up selling all of my canning stuff. Everything, the funnels, the jars, the ladle, like to pull the stuff out. Everything. I remember I sold it to someone when we was living on base. I sold all my canning stuff. And I love dehydrating. So I had a dehydrator, and I think I sold that because we was doing a move. But a couple years back, hubby got me another dehydrator. I've used that dehydrator one time. I have it, so it's pretty much brand new. I'm pulling it out today. But my thing is, especially for my peers and people younger than me, especially if you got kids, all this butt shaking, And you gotta have weaves and wigs and all that. It ain't no time for that right now. It ain't no time for that right now. On talking about you can't wait for stuff. Honestly, my opinion, and it may I hope I'm wrong. But I don't see things getting back to the way it was. Not no time soon. You got the farmers having to dump milk, throw milk out. That is a waste. But it's nothing they can do. If it's going bad, if it's gotta be dumped, it's gotta be dumped. You got the meat markets. Nobody to buy the meat. Everybody when it's stocked up on meat to where they don't need it or they don't have the money, they've been laid off or whatever. Meat going bad. But what really gets me is when I get on Facebook or I get on Instagram, and I don't care what nobody posts. What you post, that's you. But I'm thinking about your mindset, and I'm just like, I'm glad that even though I just started back doing everything, I'm glad that I didn't have to learn how to do it. I didn't have to learn how to garden. I don't have to learn how to dehydrate. I don't have to learn how to can. If I choose to can, I don't have to learn that. That's not the process of me learning that and then doing it is more time where I already have it up here. I have a lot of and that's because I started early. And like I say, that's just me. I'm not knocking nobody that I didn't live my 20s. My way of living my 20s was a lot different from a lot of my peers. You know what I'm saying? I was more reserved. We went to military balls, and we had like house parties, but they weren't like wild enough. It was mostly my husband's unit. They'll come over, we have drinks, I'll cook. You know, it was more reserved, more structured, I guess you say, than going. I've never been to a club a day in my life, and I don't care to go. But my thing is, I'm not knocking. I'm just trying to let you see, it's time to start doing things that is going to be beneficial to you, especially if you have kids. Some things is just not, hey Jazzy, some things is just not important at a certain time, and this is not the time to be not thinking. You don't have to grow. You don't have to grow. You don't have to grow your own food if you don't want to. But I'm trying to provide as much information as I can and much motivation as I can. And to show you it's not a complicated, you don't have to have a green thumb to garden. And that may sound crazy. You don't have to know everything. I watch some gardeners, and there are some great gardeners. There are. But I had when I started back this time, I was looking like, dang, people using this and this and this. And yesterday, my husband said something to me that really hit home. I had one about 511. I had never used that, and I think I mixed it one time, and it just did not sit right with me. It didn't sit right with me. And he said something to me yesterday. He was like, "You need to garden the way you was taught." That really hit, like the way, like he told me, the way you grew up, the things that's what you need to stick to. And it hit home like all the and there's, like I say, it helps some people. If that's what you like, that is perfect. But I don't want the extra stress of, like, to me, for me as a person, that's kind of stressful. I gotta mix this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And the smell, no. And then you know what? The smell is not. It's the flies I can't deal with. That comes with that. I can't do it. But that's why I was like, you know what? Today, which is today, I was saying to myself yesterday, tomorrow is a new day. I'm gonna do it and be confident in the way that I have done it before, years back, the way my granny taught me, and the way I know how. And the way I know how is very simple. You'll have food, abundance amount of food. And there's so many different things. If you don't have time to can, And let me tell you, you don't even have to grow your food. Some of y'all are going to the grocery stores for whatever is left there. I know it's a shortage on different things. If you're not growing your food, you can look at those sale papers. When those peppers is 99 cents a pound or 69 cents a pound or whatever your budget is, get bags of them. Bring them home when you get a chance. Slice them up, cut them up, whichever way you're going to use them, and freeze them. That's food storage. And you ain't got to grow your own food to have a food storage. You scout out this week, them potatoes is 69 cents a pound, or them bananas. If you dehydrate, get them bananas that's 39 cents a pound, chop them up, throw them on a dehydrator. You got banana chips. There's different things. Whether you put them in a mason jar, with me, y'all gonna see me do a little different. A lot of people use mason jars, and when I was canning, I used mason jars. When I was really, really dehydrating, I did put the dehydrated stuff in the mason jars. I ordered the oxygen absorber packs to go in there and everything to suck up some of the oxygen, the air and stuff in the jars. I did all that. But what I really, really like is vacuum sealing my dehydrated stuff. When you dehydrate your stuff and you vacuum seal it, that can go with you in a backpack. That can fill a tote up with so many different things because it's vacuum sealed. Less space, easy to go. Cut the top off from it, throw it in some hot water. There you go. So that's why I tried, the canning jars and stuff like that. And I'm OCPD. I always have been. So my thing is using the jars when they click together, that bothers me. I'm like, oh, did I crack it? Did I this? So it's a couple reasons why I stick to the vacuum sealing. I love vacuum sealing. But back onto what I was saying. Young folks, middle-aged folks, old folks, it don't matter. But I was mainly speaking to the younger crowd. You got to look at what's going on. You cannot continue to wait and then you issued out, or you in this line, and you're taking away from the elderly. A lot of things set up, drive-throughs and stuff, was to help different communities. You had young folks in line in drive-through, able bodies, not sick, nothing. But you up here taking this stuff, these canned goods and stuff that should have been meant for people who's sick, high risk, elderly. You taking it because, oh, well, I got 4 or 5 kids to feed. That's your fault. That's your fault. Because what are you doing to help yourself? What are you doing? These people are sick, or they elderly. They can't get around like they used to. But you're taking from because you sitting on your lazy self, acting like, everything is supposed to be handed out. Hold on, y'all. Acting like everything is supposed to be just handed to you. And then you want to be like, well, such and such ain't good. Such and such ain't this. They won't do this. They supposed to be taking care of the community. No. It's not them folks' fault to take care of you and your kids when there's things you can actually do. It's because when you went and got them nails done and you paid $250 for that sew-in, and you going buying wigs from the beauty supply store every week, and you up in the club dropping it like it hot and sipping on things and wearing Payless shoes and all that, and you up there posing and all this, and you got about 5 kids at home, baby, that's your problem. That's your problem. I wish I could get food stamps. I can't get food stamps. They won't give me none. They won't. But I tell you what, if I was getting them, I would be watching that produce every week, different stores. When some under $1 a pound go on sale, best believe I would have me about 6-7 pounds Did multiple ways. Dehydrated, chopped and frozen, canned if I chose to can them. Yeah, I mean, this is just my opinion. Maybe cause you gotta understand. And then another thing, not to get biblical, but I am gonna touch on this. A lot of people, you know, they say, oh, well, I'm Christian, or I ain't gonna prepare because God got me. That's fine to think like that. But do you think God gonna come down and tap you on the shoulder? Hey, such and such, you need to be doing this. You think he gonna tap you on the shoulder? Hey, you need to be doing this. No, ma'am. You got five senses. You got a mind. Use it. He not finna come and tap you on the shoulder and have a one-on-one conversation with you about what you need to be doing, especially when you may have the avenue right around you giving you advice, you know, trying to, motivate you, and you ain't even paying attention to it. God don't do nothing wrong. I hear a lot of people say, well, God, when God wants you to do this and wants you to do that, God don't kill you. God don't do nothing. He's righteous. He don't do nothing wrong. So putting a lot of things on God is not fair. It's not fair. Take responsibility for what you're not doing. Who is this? Good morning, Kendra. Good morning. So I'm like, I hear that a lot. Well, I don't have to do this. I don't have to prepare, honey. If you so much of a Christian, in the Bible, the parts of the Bible tells you to prepare. Also in the Bible, there's things that it tells you that there will be things that happen in the end of the day, that there will be diseases and stuff that hit that scientists can try to find a cure for. They'll never find it. It's in there. So this shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. People have money and can't spend it. There's people with bukus of money. They can't even get to the forms to get the meat and stuff. Stuff still being thrown out, and there's people with bukus of money, but these milk forms and stuff, the chicken forms and stuff like that, still have. It may get to the point where you may open up a can of beans or something, and worms or something be in it. People will have money and throw it in the street because they can't do it. I'm putting a lot of stuff in my word to describe it, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's there, so it should not be a surprise. This coronavirus, if they don't come up with a vaccine for it, it do not surprise me, because the Bible done already spoke about there will be diseases that they will run around and have all these things about, oh, this, we can't get. You know why you can't get a vaccine for it? Because God has already said some of them just not gonna happen. A lot of stuff we can't get around. But my thing is, you need to try. If you can put back some beans, some meat, if you could go out there and throw a couple seeds in a pot, oh, I don't care if it's a milk jug, whatever, you can grow in almost whatever. And if you don't want to grow, then spend your money wisely. I saw people on my Facebook page that got their stimulus check, and that's the reason why I did them series on my channel. I kept putting stimulus check. Okay. A lot of people I saw really on my Facebook channel. This one particular one, she got 6 kids, y'all. She got 6 kids. She had the nerve to post that she wanted to buy a TV. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. 55 inch. Couple more things that were just stupid, like games and stuff. And she posted, I don't care what nobody say. This was my money. It was her stimulus check. And she could spend it the way she want. It was a couple weeks ago. Please tell me why 2 days ago this same individual did a post almost begging without coming straight out begging for a loaf of bread. And I'm saying to myself, no, honey, you're going to have to eat that TV. Now, I wish it was a way I could feed the kids. And she would have to eat that TV. Because she did that post purposely. And a couple more posts. A couple more. And I'm like, what? And people was coming. I didn't come in because it's not, I don't do that. I just kind of stay back. But people was coming, was like, spend it wisely, this, without them. And one person actually said, you got a lot of mouths to feed. Not one daddy in the house. Just you and them 6. Why? Bought a boyfriend a PlayStation. He don't even stay with him. I'm just like, oh Lord, like, yeah. So all I'm saying, y'all, pay attention to what's going on. Especially if you get the stimulus money, try to spend it like me and my family. Yes, we got ours. But we have income coming in. My husband is no secret. He gets VA. He gets VA every month. Everybody know, if y'all been following me, y'all know he was in the military a while, so it ain't no secret. 9 out of 10, get out, So we're blessed in that field. But I can't just sit and hold my hand and say, oh, well, I know all my bills are going to be done because he gets this a month. I don't know how the government is going to work. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if the price is going to go up on stuff. I don't know if, what, just like the light bill, the water, lights and all that stuff. They issue for a lot of places, a lot of states and stuff that there's no disconnection fees. All right. They're not going to shut nobody off. But they specifically say, you still held accountable for that bill. You still held accountable for that bill. So what's happening, a lot of people took that money and splurged. Knowing you ain't paid your light and your water bill in about 2 months. Knowing everybody should be at home, so a lot of usage is coming out. So what you gonna wait till they open everything back up, and then that light come and say, oh yeah, well you had 2-3 months, them stimulus checks came out, this. Yeah, your light bill is about $600. Now we back to shutting stuff off. Not on top of that, you got that water bill, and I'm just like, why? I don't get it. I mean, if y'all get it, tell me something. Maybe it's something in the water or something. I just don't get it. And I'm just like, I don't say you have to be like me. You don't have to agree. You can take anything I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I'm just saying, I'm blessed that I've had that mindset from so small. I was always told you is too grown, not in a bad way, for your age. And so I'm like, I used to be embarrassed about it. Used to, get ready to say something like, I ain't gonna say that. They're gonna think I'm weird. But no. I'm out of that stage. I'm out of that embarrassed stage or whatever. It is what it is. This is not the time to be worried about material stuff. You don't know what's going to happen from one day to another. They are opening stuff back up, and I'm telling you, I don't feel like it's going to work out because now they're talking about that this coronavirus, the mutation is even more infectious. It's people already done lost their lives, so many people. Now you're telling me it's another strand Well, it's more strands that's even worse than the original one. Yeah. I ain't been going in those stores. But when we pull up to the thing, people here to stop wearing masks. They ain't got nothing on their kids' face. They in stores. I sit and watch people when I'm waiting on orders. They come out the store and the first thing they do is do this. I'm like, oh, did you just take your hand from that? And you just, like, really, like, people is just not taking it. You have to look. Everything is not going to stay the same forever. Like, the world has constantly changed over the years. It's always has changed. Things change every day. So, do you actually think things are going to go back to normal after this virus, after it has stopped almost the world? Like, just say America, it stopped. It almost stopped it completely. Do you actually think everything is gonna go? But yet you got people on there talking about they need their nails done. I love getting my nails done. Y'all see my video? I used to always have them almost every 2 to 3 weeks. But that's not important now. I got me some nail polish. I'm gonna throw some nail polish on, do it like they did, like we did growing up. Throw some nail polish on it and keep it moving. People is like worried about the wrong thing, and my main thing is if you got kids, elderly, yourself. I mean, why wouldn't you try to do better? Like, why? Why is hair weave? Can you eat that? Can you go put that in a pot and make some spaghetti with it for some kids? No, you can't. You can't eat that, the glue, nothing. So you're gonna be sitting up there all beautified, makeup on, glowing, and hair laid and everything like that. You're gonna look a plumb fool up there hungry. Pretty and hungry. And the sad thing about it, your children. Looking at mama, laid to the T, and saying to themselves, they tummy hurt, or I'm tired of eating this, or that just that one piece of bread, but that's all you can have. You gotta make this last. Y'all don't understand. It's people that has been to that lowest, like within the past couple of months, because there was nothing there. They didn't have money, and you don't have to have money to prepare. You have to have money to like buy, but you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have like abundance of money to prepare. I had to do change it. I love couponing. Y'all know that's what my channel started out with, couponing. But is couponing important right now that I'm going to risk myself and my family to go into a CVS that barely has anything to try to do some deals for stuff that you're just going to repeat, you're going to get over and over and over? Like, can't that wait? Heck yes, that's why I stopped when they shut stuff down. Before they shut stuff down, I stopped couponing. If y'all been following me, I said I'm not couponing. I'm not going. I'm not going in those stores. And then everything I have done since March 20th has been online pickups. Whether it's Walmart, Food Line, Lowe's Food, Publix, Home Depot, Lowe's Improvement. I have not been inside, and I know a lot of people don't have that luxury where you can order and go do curbside pickup. So some of you have to go in. But why am I? And I'm not knocking no coupons. I know it's a lot of coupons that constantly doing deals and stuff. That is to each his own. That's if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying that ain't what I feel is important for me to be doing right now. you know. So now I'm trying to turn this channel to teach you guys how to survive, because don't none of us know where this gonna go. How does it? You had to wait for them to send those stimulus check out. It got to you when it got to you. Some of you ain't even received it. They already telling you the winter is coming back around. Fall is coming back. And if this thing die down when it get warm, if it die down, they're not even sure about that now. But if it die down, there's a chance it's gonna be back this fall. Jazz, you say you didn't qualify? See, girl, I'm sorry, but what you just said is that some people didn't even qualify. So you can't really depend on others, and I'm talking about other people. Without saying too much, you can't depend on other people to help you, or depend on this to come in or that to come in, or this gonna happen, they're gonna have to do it. Sometimes you got to do things for yourself. Raquel, Raquella, I'm sorry, I know I'm not saying your name, I'm so sorry, but yes, honey, yes, like you cannot, you just cannot sit around and wait for you got to think about it. A lot of people got kids. There's very little people that don't have kids. You got to think about them if you don't think about yourself. You want to make it, if these kids is being home, they out of school. Well, y'all know I was homeschooling mine, my two little ones. The oldest one, they didn't have a seat for her in the homeschool thing. So that wasn't new to me. You know, it was new for her to be home, but then not really new for her because she was watching the other two when they do their classes or whatever. But you gotta understand, these kids is home. They supposed to be they're home with you. Raquel. Did I get it? Raquel. Thank you for breaking it down like that. But I hope I'm still saying it right. They at home. That's enough on them. And if I can feed them very well, because you know, sometimes you could be having a bad day. I know me. Sometimes you could just be, you could wake up in the morning, you could feel all type of certain ways. It's like everybody have those blah, like you feel like something wrong. But you go get that good meal or that one thing you like to eat. And as you eating it, you realize everything gonna be okay. It does something. It's just like kind of, okay, girl. It kind of like just bring you back up or something. Like I don't know, but um, like even with the hand sanitizer thing, you know, everybody was paying. They kept saying soap and water is the best. Soap and water is the best. But everybody was still looking for hand sanitizer. Put some dishwashing liquid and some water in a bottle. If you ain't got them travel size bottle, get a water bottle. Get whatever. Put some dishwashing liquid in it. Put you some water in it. You can even take a little hole and put it in the top. And when you go out somewhere and you need to wash your hands, squirt it on that, wash them and dry. There's ways. People just, well, they ain't got no sanitizers. They ain't got this. And then they just sit and hold their hands. And they wait for that truck to come in for that stuff for them to say, oh, we ain't got it. Yeah, it's sold out everywhere. So what next you gonna do? You're gonna wait for the next week for a truck to come in. They say, oh, we ain't got it. Oh, the next week, that's week. By then, I mean, soap and water in a bottle. You can even do one better. Just get you some bar soap, bath soap, antibacterial. Dial, hey, that's old school. I grew up on Dial soap. My grandma, she didn't use. Let me tell y'all something. She didn't use all that other stuff everybody was using. In that house, you got Dial soap or Ivory soap. Yes, the easy way out, sitting holding their hands and wanting everything given to them, and more worried about looks and clothes. Please tell me, why you worried about? I understand you want to look nice, presentable. I don't go nowhere without looking, presentable and stuff. That was just another thing I was taught. You look presentable. You don't do that. But why we're stay at home and people will still worried about, let me see, what I think in Georgia, was it Georgia? I think they opened everything up like a week ago, and everybody ran to the mall for Jordans. A food pantry. I go to gave my family a little toilet paper and bar soap. That's sad. That is what happened. That is what's happening. And let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. One way to save money that I have found: laundry soap. Growing up, my grandma didn't buy laundry soap. She didn't like the scents, those scents of like your Gain and stuff like that. And my grandma, very clean person. Very clean person. That's why I think I overdo it. I take that as a good way. Everything was always sanitized down and stuff like that. And white clothes look white as snow. She did not use Gain and this. Dishwashing liquid. I think I mentioned this in my video before. Dishwashing liquid. We see, growing up, it was Joy. Joy dishwashing liquid. Y'all remember Joy? I think I found some Joy at Dollar General. What's it? No, Family Dollar. I think some months back. Joy. But you can use any dishwashing liquid. Dishwashing liquid is a lot cheaper than that Gain and all that stuff. When it came to white clothes, like your collar shirts or your dress shirts and stuff, she took those, went to the sink, and she didn't have to do it, but this is what she did. She put some dishwashing liquid, ran in water, put a little bleach. Took the collars, because that's where the grease from the back of your neck, your hairline and stuff, is scrubbed. Just the collar. And put them in the wash machine. They came out white as snow. And when no dingy, no beige, nothing. She saw you with a dingy white shirt on, it went in the trash. It just is what it is. Dishwasher liquid. That would get your clothes clean as I don't know what. Clean as any Gain, Perel, what was that stuff called? Paracel, Arm & Hammer. And it's cheap, y'all. Pour it in your dishwasher, in your wash machine, and wash your clothes. Save you a few bucks that way. Well, there's a will, there's a way. I say that a lot around my house. And that's something my grandma used to always say. Well, there's a will, there's a way. A lot of people look like... She laughing at me. Yes, but I'm serious. Throw some dishwashing liquid. I don't care if it's done, whatever was cheap. Put them clothes in that wash machine. I don't care. I have Whirlpool wash machine. I don't have your standard wash machine. And I have used plenty of time dishwashing liquid. It don't matter what dishwashing liquid. That's what I use in mine. I have detergent, but I use that dishwashing liquid. Then let me write this tip down. Thanks. You're welcome, honey. It's Jazzy, is that a shower head? But yeah, like this is no time to be playing because you don't know. And even if things do level out, my thing is if things do level out, what's gonna be next? This came just up like it was here. You weren't hearing much about it. Then just all of a sudden, because like I say, we was in New York March. We went up there March 1st, I think. Yeah. We hadn't even knew that it was just that bad, far as the virus. And you weren't hearing it. It was like when we got back home, we was only up there for like a day or two. Like we did a round trip. Like a quick trip back. And most of you that have been following me, why we went up there. Unfortunately, it wasn't good terms, but we had to go up there. And we came back fairly quick. That following weekend is like when everything just started like slowly talking about this virus. Then the next week, that weekend, it was just like, and then before you know it, it was stay at home order. Are we going to sit and wait until something else break loose? They already don't know. They got so many theories on where it started. Maybe this is a sign that we need to become. Exactly. But you know what? A lot of people is not paying attention to that. They not. They they not. I mean, we talking about something that is killing people. And my thing is, this ain't something you can say, well, oh, if I get it, I can survive. You don't know how it's going. It is doing people different ways. Some people it's not even bothering. Some people don't even know they done had it. And then there are some people get it and they don't make it out of it. So this is something that, this is life or death. And they out there just like, oh, whoop to do. Like, I saw a video where another YouTuber in Santa Barbara, California, she did a video and she interviewed these two older women. And they had did a protest. This was last week they had did a protest and it about reopening the town back up, the city back up. These two older women. One of them gonna say she wanna go get her nails done, her hair did. Her words was, she gonna go to hell looking like that. I was like, did this lady just say that? She didn't want to go. She don't want to go to hell looking the way she look. That's what she said. I'm like, I'm like, wow, where, really, like, and your grandkids may see this, your kids or whatever. That's just encouraging them to just not pay attention to anything. Just like, so, but yeah, I'm not gonna stay on here. I could go on and on and on. It's just like, I just don't understand why people is not trying to help themselves. I was a little upset when you saw my friend get when my friend get acrylic nails 2 days ago after I gave her some boxes of stockpile stuff a few weeks ago when she had no money. Wait a minute, hold up. Whoa, wait, whoa, Jazzy. Okay, let me get this right. You gave your friend a couple boxes of stockpile stuff because she had no money, right? And she went and got her nails done, acrylic nails, 2 days ago. I'm just gonna tell you, like, I'm just gonna tell you what I would do. I can't tell nobody. I don't want nobody want to get in between nobody, friendship or nothing like that. But honey, she would be how they say, feed some family member with a long handle spoon. She'll be that friend that's hey, how you doing? You okay? All right, got something to do. Blankly that it wasn't cool what you did, and I don't associate myself with that. That's just the person I done pretty much become over the past, I say, year, because people is just, that's wrong. I feel like if you, okay, just say if I was that friend and okay, I got some money and you had already helped me out, you got to be considerate, especially if it's a female. I'm going to hit on this right here. Especially if it's a female. Females, you got to stop putting other ones down. If you got a friend, girl, that has helped you money wise, whatever, especially like I had somebody that didn't stay far from me that would call me, um and whoo, child, she did dirty. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I'm sorry, Jazzy. That she I had somebody that I considered a friend. Don't stay far from me. Husband, retired military too. So, they getting VA plus he works. Whereas my husband get VA, but we don't go to no 8 to 5, 9 to 11, whatever. This person do. I think they got 5 kids or whatever, with 2 of them teenagers. So she would call me, and she's like, "Hey, could you help me out? We low on food or whatever." I have taken food out of my deep freezer, gave to her. I have gotten up, taken her to Walmart, and grocery shopped for her. Brought her back home. They driving 2 expensive vehicles. This is this. I ain't have no questions. I helped her out, woman to woman, woman with kids. But I got my own, my own family. But my thing is, no questions asked. Never ask for anything back or nothing. So people only care about themselves. Exactly. One night, my husband went home. He was like an hour away. And I didn't know at the time that it was a panic attack. I feel bad that she moved into a home with 9 people living there, and her cousin baby needed diapers and stuff. I'm gonna get to that, Jazzy. I'm gonna get to that because what you just said, it sound like with this person that I'm talking about. So I didn't know I was having a panic attack. Well, y'all know I say I'm OCD. I'm OCPD. And I didn't find out until, a couple years back that what I eat causes it a lot. So, it was late. Hubby wasn't home. He was like an hour away, on his way back into town, but it was an hour out. I started having a reaction. She stays down the street from me. I called her. Hey, me and the kids is at home. I don't know what's going on. My heart is beating really, really fast. I feel weird. I need to go to the hospital. I can't drive myself right now. She on the phone. She said, I don't know what to tell you. Huh? You don't... That was due to the fact that a couple days before, after I done did all this stuff for her, she gonna message me early that morning, ask me, did I have $20 to get her son some birthday cupcakes. I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate birthdays and stuff. But that's not the point. I done gave you so much. I didn't feel like that was important. No, I ain't got it. I said it nice, I just said, no, I don't have it, whatever. So then, after that is when she said she didn't know what to tell me when I was sick. So I called another friend of mine who used to be dispatched for EMS. She came, she checked my pulse. She's like, yeah, I'm finna get the kids dressed and I'm gonna take you to the hospital. She's like, cause you need to go. So we get to the hospital, whatever. My husband come to the hospital. So she was out there with the kids, whatever. Come to find out, it was a panic attack and my acid reflux was up. And it just did a whole reaction on me. But I was at like 150 some beats and I was standing still. So I didn't know what it was, why it was doing it. All I needed was some anti-acid and I was good. Thankfully. But it's the fact that that's how she did me. I done took you grocery shopping. You got a whole grown man up in there. 6 kids. He work a full-time job. Plus he gets disability from the VA. And you still saying, so come to find out what they was doing was they was using their money to buy all this material stuff, pay for them 2 extremely expensive vehicles that they got, living lavish, was but behind the scene using people. I was one of the ones. So I was furnishing your house with groceries, thinking I'm helping you. And you was taking that almost $7,000 a month, spending it on, lavish stuff. And I'm like, really? So Jazzy, when you say that, That sounds similar. She had money to get her nails done, but you just put a lot in that house for them 9 folks, the kids, the diapers, and everything. Now, my thing is the main reason why I helped her is because of those kids. I don't never want to think that a child is somewhere hungry, and that's how she came to me. Is that there was no food each time there was no food. So you you being a human being, having a heart, and you said 9 people, and her cousin baby needed diapers and stuff. Who said hey, hunty? Oh, hey, Kaden and Chloe. I'm sorry, y'all. My niece and nephew is on here. Hey, y'all. Um, but I'm just like, so I feel like that's what it was, girl. I feel like that's what it was. They used their money for whatever they thought was more important. And and another thing, so when it comes to like trying to stock up and I'm doing the garden thing. Like I say, people ain't got to do it. But I saw another YouTuber that was talking about they was having an issue with family and friends expecting that they supposed to take what they grow and give it to them. I give to anybody. I don't care. But I will say this, now that I think about it. If you got some cousins and stuff that's able bodied, not sickly, could get out there and throw some seeds in a pot, and they just living their life stress free and all this, and they depending on you to do all the work and give to them, we will have some conversations. We will have some conversation. And then you got the older people that will talk down on the younger generation for doing certain things because they feel like they know more. Let me tell you something. You could always learn. The longer you is on this earth, the more you learn. But just because you 50, 60, that don't mean that you always have to belittle. You can learn from some of the younger generation. Just like the younger generation can learn from the older. You don't have to belittle someone and think you know it all just because you got some age over them. You know what I'm saying? Raquel, yes, yes. And a lot of that is going on. And I'm just to the point to where when I post and I try to help, you take it with a grain of salt, that's you. But don't let me have to do a post and say I told y'all so. Or I told you so. Because I mean it's just ridiculous. I'm gonna get off here, y'all, but I just feel like people need to. I'm gonna go back to the two things. If you got elderly that you have to care for, or if you got kids, it's not them kids' responsibility to take care of themselves. It's yours. And if you can't do nothing but supply food and water, those are the main two things for survival. And if you're going to depend on these other folks to do it for you, you crazy. Just like my title say, you crazy. And I can't I can't have a conversation with you. I cannot have a conversation with you. Because my mental state is not going to go with your mental state. And I ain't going to be able to deal with it. I'm not. That go for a couple things, and I don't know it all. I'm still learning every day. I make mistakes. Even in the garden, as much as I know growing up, I was thinking this morning, man, why did I plant that? Why did I put that little bit of dirt and put them things in it to only have to keep filling it up as they grow? I'm like, man, you know, to fill the whole container up and then put the plant in there. That way, it as it grow, it's got more soil. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? But hey, I know better. I just wasn't thinking. And that's what goes. You're gonna mess up. You're not gonna know everything. As many things that comes back from when my grandma was doing her rosa bush and her elephant ears and this, and how she had the yard set up, and I was told to sit right there. Why? Sit there and don't you move. Them aces over there. Don't move while I prune back this tree. And then I had to sit right there. I remember one time I did not do what she told me to do. And she turned around, I think, to say something or to go check the mailbox or something. And I got up. I remember I had on a little dress and some little white sandals, little sandals with the little, like the little lines, little holes to it. Everybody know the sandals I'm talking about. And I got off the thing, gonna run and get me a stick or something I was getting, and try to run back and stepped in them answers. Answers was all up my polo legs, and I was not big as nut. Anytime, see, I met my husband at 21. I was 90 pounds. Literally, I had already had my first child, and I was 90 pounds. When I had her, I was 100 pounds, and I went back down to 90 pounds. So imagine if I met him at 21 and I'm 90 pounds and I had her at 19. Imagine, trick all the way down how small I was. I was so small they were calling me shackles in school. So imagine, even when I was young, I was so little and them answers had ate me up. But even knowing the stuff and the information is like trickling back. It's just so crazy that so much information that she's taught, it comes back to me every day in certain situations. And I still went out there and filled them pots up halfway and I planted the stuff. Now the pepper plant is tall and I gotta keep adding dirt to get because I plant, and it just, that's enough right there. When you try to prepare, put stuff back, and do stuff, that is enough right there. I don't need no extra drama. That's enough right there. So, I hope I motivated somebody. Once this live, I know YouTube has been taking a while uploading lives. Once this live upload, I think I'm going to take this video and share it on my YouTube page. I mean, not YouTube, my Facebook page, not the group. But once this upload, well, once I get off, I'm gonna go ahead and put my Facebook group. Cause like I said, if you're not in that group, I've been doing a lot of videos, a lot of garden updates, a lot of the blackberry. I gotta do a thing, an update. Yesterday, the blackberry tree, bush was not. Though I had been saying the flowers was off, I didn't see no fruit. I went out there early this morning, got fruit, got blackberries growing. So the corn, and then I'm talking about overnight, y'all. And I'm not using no 511. I'm not using no banana water. I'm not using no eggshells. None of that. I decided to do it the way I was taught to do it, and I'm getting amazing growth. Like when I say overnight, the amount of change between the overnight hours is just like, yeah. And see, like a lot of people get like they blackberry bush and stuff, and they let them sit in them pots. The time I got mine, I transplanted it. So for it to be producing fruit, and none of my bushes and stuff have died. I didn't use none of that root growth and all that stuff. And like a lot of gardeners use it, and I commend them for it because I ain't got that type of time. But also a lot of them things that they're using, I didn't grow up with it. I don't know much about it. So I'm not gonna tell y'all about something that I don't know nothing about. Like that 511, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know nothing about that. Not saying my grandma didn't know if it's been around that time, but she never bought that to me. Like she ain't never had that when I was using it. So I'm sticking to that. Banana water, I know a lot of people say that they using the nano water and stuff. That stuff stink. And it's hot. It's getting hot. And here, flies be able. I don't want that. That foul is stink. Banana water is stink. I don't need nothing attracting no flies or nothing around my house because I cannot do it. And I walk outside and no, some good old Miracle Grow with the manure in it and a couple Miracle Grow feedings. And then of course you're doing your pruning and stuff so it can expand. You ain't got energy going to dead leaves and leaves that just don't need to be there or different things that don't need to be there. You have a something that's spoiled, a plant, a fruit or vegetable or something that did not make it or something that nibbled on it or this. Like I have that neem oil stuff and I have used it on the leaves. Well, it was one leaf. I used that. I'll probably keep it, but I think I'm gonna go back to my natural things for like bugs and stuff because I used it once and like I say that didn't sit with me because I'm like I don't know what else is in this stuff and I know it's stuff that I can make at home to keep pests off, but at the same time we didn't use nothing to keep pests off like that. I kind of feel like if you put too much into gardening you have a disaster. It's not that hard. And a lot of people, these folks is making this product saying, oh, it's going to do this for your root and it's going to do that, it's going to do that. They slapping a name on it, they throwing some chemicals together. You buying it, they getting rich. Think about back in the day, like back our ancestors on the farm, the plantation and stuff. They didn't have this stuff, no 511 and banana water. They were trying to eat the banana and probably trying to see what nutrient they can get out the hood. What am I trying to? No, but like I say, I'm not knocking because a lot of people do it and they garden look great. I'm just saying, for me, I'm just not. I just don't know much about it, so I may make a batch of it and it don't work out for me. I don't do something right, so I do know a couple years back I did because it was cool. So y'all will see that I'm gonna start slowly ordering me some grow lights because I want my garden to be year round. Um, so I'm gonna order some grow lights and grow some stuff inside the garage. Whereas you could do it inside your home if you have a room or something. Um, yeah, with some grow lights, do it inside. I was looking at this hydro whatever it is where they use the water and stuff without the soil and they grow stuff. That's fine. It's real cool. I done saw a couple people do it. It's really neat. You don't need no soil to grow now. But again, that don't sit with me because I always know you need soil and water and some seeds or a plant to grow something. So I'm kind of like, yeah, So, and another reason why I'm doing the container garden is because the house that we're in, we rent it. It's not like we own it. So, again, you got to look ahead. That rental company may say, hey, the homeowner want to take it off the market. He don't want to rent no more. When your lease is up, you may have to, find something else to rent. I don't want to have to dig up crops and stuff. I can get a U-Haul after moving our furniture and stuff. I can move those containers and them buckets, and I still have my plants and my crops with me. So after all that backyard I have, and y'all done saw it multiple times, I'm still doing container gardening. The space is not an issue. It's just the fact that I want to make sure that I don't have to dig it up. And like I have the tarp. If you're not in that group, I don't think. Let me see. I went live yesterday and showed y'all the new edition and how I moved the garden around. So if you're not in that group, you haven't saw it yet. But I put tarp down. That's gonna kill the grass. But if I gotta move, then all I gotta do is throw some grass seeds down and they'll have their grass back. So, but another reason why I put the top down so I can eliminate weeds. So, um, yeah, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I've been on here an hour and 10 minutes. And I was like, I did not want to be on here that long. But, yeah, description box on this whenever it load is gonna be the group. Just go over, join the group because I'm doing a lot of things over there. I'm very active in the group now. And I do post things offline that may help people, but when you see me do my videos, I post what may will be something that's not as, I guess, toxic to your garden. Trying to do um home recipes for the garden and stuff like that. Um, but most of my clippings and stuff is in that group. It's just kind of easier to do it that way. So, yeah, so y'all be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.